What's up, guys? SpeedQB giving you another video. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and discuss hop-ups, bucking, nub. Y'all want to? Alright, let's go. Alright guys, we're gonna do this on my desk the best that I can. I'm not used to the camera position in this direction, but let's try to do it. Most of y'all are probably gonna know what this is. If you know everything about the hop-ups plus more, you're an expert in it. Well, unfortunately for me, I guess this ain't the video for you. But if you don't know how to do anything with hop-ups, which this is a hop-up, this is actually a pro-win hop-up. If you don't know anything about that, bucking, nubs, barrows, stick around and we'll get into that. Alright, but this is my barrow out of, this is actually a new one to me. This is a Madbull 601. It is a tight bore barrow. This is a pro-win hop-up. This is actually my first upgrade hop-up. I've been using this since. It is an awesome hop-up. It's fairly cheap, works great. You know, you can always upgrade to different ones. There's great brands out there, but I'm satisfied with this one. It's been great to me. But to get into your inside of your hop-up, to get to your bucking and your nub, what you're going to do is go ahead and just remove the spring if you have one. Hopefully you do. And this little C-clamp right here on the edge of the hop-up, you're going to just pull this, pinch it back, pull it off, and set it to the side. And anytime you're working with this, there's a really small little nub in there, so you're gonna want to have somewhere where it's not gonna, you're not gonna lose it necessarily. So, but once we have that off, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull everything off. And with this model, you can actually just pull this little clip off in the back that remains, put it to the side. And here, this little wheel, this is actually an adjuster wheel. So when you open your rifle, to get to your hop-up, your charging handle is what you would pull to get to this. And on mine, you're going to pull down, which will tighten it, or up, which will loosen it. So it's got a little gasket on there too, so I'm just going to turn it as I pull it right off. And you can see there's a little gasket kind of in there that kind of holds it there. This little pin right here, I suggest that when you have it in, since your charging handle opening door will always be on your right, to keep this pin to the left right here at the head of it so it won't fall out. You ain't got no chance of it falling out when if it gets loose or anything. But we're just going to go ahead and pull that out. And this is one of your small pieces you don't want to lose. I'm going to set that to the side. And then inside of this, you got this little arm. And this arm is what, when you move that wheel to adjust, it pushes this down, which in turn pushes your nub onto your bucking, which we're about to get to, and tightens it up, which creates a backspin onto the BB. So once we got that off, we're going to take this little ring as well, and we're just going to slightly pull and turn, kind of wiggle it back and walk it out as you go. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Just gonna pull. It'll be okay, the bucking kind of gets stuck there, but just gonna keep pulling, pulling, and sometimes that bucking will get stuck in there like so, but it's fairly flimsy, but try not to tear it. This is your window. So on your barrel you have a window. This is where the nub actually hits. My nub is probably right, it's always stuck in here. I use specific nub that comes with a Madbull, but we'll get into that in a second. But this is your window where the nub will actually go down. Your BB will enter into your bucking and sit at the lip, and until you fire, then it's what will send it through here out the barrel. So we'll set that barrel to the side at the moment because we're going to look at the bucking, or I'm sorry, the hop-up. So this I suggest to anyone. These are the one my go-to bucking. This is a Madbull. It's Madbull red. It's a 60 degree. This actually comes in a 2-pack. Actually I have a modified flat nub in there too, but I'm not going to be using that. 15 bucks at my local store, may vary where you're at, but great bucking, and especially for the Polarstar jack that I use, which I will link the video to my Polarstar right there. And I think it's a good combination to itself. It's you can flat hop these. I personally have never flat hopped before, in a sense of actually going in, turning this inside out, trimming it, yada yada yada. You may learn about that later, but don't worry about all that right now. But right now, I'm just going to show you basically where I showed you how to. You could just put this in reverse and just, you know, leave the video here, but we're going to put this back in and discuss how it goes. So I suggest just a little bit of silicone spray here in just a moment. What we're going to do is, on your barrel, this line, this groove right here, will always be on the bottom side of your hop up. Always, because your window is going to be here. This will always be on the bottom. These are going to be your clamps, where your little C-clamp kind of little divots are, where it holds on to and keeps the barrel from going in and out. It's not very good about not letting it turn, but they generally don't really turn too bad. Let me go ahead and get this nub out, and maybe I can, maybe you'll be able to see it. So this is the nub that actually comes with the Madbull. I'll give you another example of what a flat nub is. Let me get it open off camera a moment. The Modify, by Modify's this the brand this one comes from. It's not a Maple Leaf, but it's basically the same thing as the Maple Leaf brand, just a few dollars cheaper. So this one actually is just a rubber little I don't know, little rubber thing. Yeah, but this one is designed and it's flat. So if you see it like this, you can actually see that it's flat, and it's actually kind of curved over the top. So the arm that goes in the hop up it'll sit and rest right inside that arm. But we're not using this one. We're going to continue with the ones that come with the bucking. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your bucking and you're going to find this little groove that I was talking about that goes on the end of your barrel. We're going to take that and we're just going to line it up, slide that on. They slide on fairly easy. Make sure you're in the groove. You have to turn just a little bit to make sure and ensure it's all the way on. So on the inside, I won't be able to show you from this angle, but on the inside, you'll be able to feel that window right there. You got your two spots for your C-clamp, the line on the bottom, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hop up, the entire unit, make sure our line's at the bottom. And you can spray silicone in here, but try not to push it to a point where it's going to tear or anything, but generally it'll be all right. Just try not to tear it. I'm going to slide that in. Boom. Make sure it's all the way housed back, and see I can get to these clips right here and here. So at this point I can just actually just go ahead and place the clip back. You want a good satisfying pop when it goes in there. Good little snap, good satisfying snap. If not, you're not going to really get back out to your outer barrel when you put it back in your rifle. Have these as flush as you can. Let's go ahead and take our ring, place it on the end, slide it down, try to get it in there just a little bit. One in there, and there's other barrels that come with actually grooves in them where you can put bushings to kind of keep your barrel from moving at all in the outer barrel, but maybe we'll talk about that in a different video. Okay, here's the tougher part, getting this nub down inside this. Now you need this nub to rest correctly down in there, because remember, just like that Modify flat hop, we need it to sit just like that on the groove of the arm of the hop up. So we have to get this all the way down. Try to sit it in there as properly as you can. Surprised I got it at the first try. Kind of push it down to the bottom. You see it resting down there maybe. So what we're going to do now is make sure our arm to our hop up is lined up. Try to get it to sit on there and rest. Now, an important thing with these Pro Winds is make sure you don't get the tip of the arm up under that slot, because you won't be able to put the wheel back on. So I'm gonna make sure it's just about right, just resting right here near this gasket. Let's go ahead and take our pin, and remember, put it onto the left side, left to right. You don't have to necessarily listen to me, but you could lose it. So we're gonna send that through, boom. And I can't get a good camera angle at this one, but you can see that when you push down, and if you actually look into the end of the barrel, you'll see that nut, that bucking actually flex down. And like I said, what it's gonna do is it's gonna hit that BB and cause a backspin. That's what's gonna get the lift. That's what the hop is. So once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and put on. Now the best way to kind of do this, in my opinion, is find the lowest point right here. Not the highest point, the lowest. Make sure that's in towards the direction. And go ahead and push down on your arm just a little bit. Wiggle this back on. Boom. So now, if you can see it, as we turn it to the right, my arm, it's hard to see, but it ever so slightly is going to take, but it's actually pushing down on that nub and that bucking. Go ahead and take our clip back on. Boom. Make sure we don't lose these other ones, the pieces we need. As I said, silicone oil is really good about putting on these to get them back in, to slide back in. But this obviously will sit into the end of your rifle. And basically, what this will do is your nozzle will fit right inside this, and you want it nice and snug. That's what that spring is for. It's going to actually push it back towards that. Make sure it's good air seal, good seal of air, which will send your BB down once it's loaded from your magazine on the bottom side. Now, I have this one already in here, but this is the main thing to watch for on these. If I can actually find a BB real quick, we'll show you this. This is what you want. You want the BB to sit on the lip. You don't want it to be able to push real hard, but just slightly push, and it'll go right inside. And the reason for that is when it actually loads in there, you want it to sit at on that lip. If it's just rolling in there, sometimes when you get double shots, if it's too tight, this isn't wore in, or it's too strong, it can actually come up and catch the lip, and then you'll double feed, or you'll have inconsistencies in your shot, things like that, and it can actually tear your bucking. So it's good to check these every once in a while, but I found that these right here are actually pretty durable, so I'll recommend them to anyone. But again, just try to keep up with the pieces, try not to lose anything. They're very easy to work with. Don't be scared, just practice on it a little bit, and you'll enjoy it. I like to know what's going on with my gun. Kind of learn to just take the time, watch other videos like this one right here to learn, and to kind of pass it on to others. But so again, y'all, just remember, just don't be scared for every little thing. These are easy to mess with. They're not hard. When you get a new rifle, period, one of the first things is to upgrade. If you're going to do anything at all, is to hop up, bucking, nub, barrel. These are the first things that you kind of want to do to get better shot, consistency, right off the rip. They'll cost a lot. I think right here you can get this. Got not even $100 in here. You got about $80 here worth of parts. So, like I said, don't be scared. Get into it. But yeah, y'all catch me on the next video. I'm gonna try to upload a lot more than I am, instead of just weekly consistent of gameplay. We'll discuss different parts. Thinking about doing one soon about how to install the Polarstar. Real simple, real easy. But we'll get into that one. Until then, y'all, game on.